Well, a Jacksonville woman received an unexpected turn of events that she says has left her $3,000 in the hole. Someone stole the catalytic converter from her car. That's where the exhaust system is something that can happen to anyone. On your sides, Ken Amaro spoke with the victim of a recent theft.
It was the first thing she heard after starting her vehicle, and it was not there the night before.
It sounded like a motorcycle and a lawnmower together. Like, it sounded awful.
On October 14th, someone stole the catalytic converter from Marie Humphress' 2007 Toyota Prius.
The criminals sawed off my catalytic converter, my O2 sensors, and my exhaust.
Her Villas of Estancia community has roving patrol and parking enforcement around 9 p.m. It appears the theft was after midnight. JSO is now investigating.
And the officer that came to my residence said that they actually had an anonymous tip the night before of people stealing catalytic converters.
Humphress was stunned by the theft but floored by the cost to replace what was stolen.
And the catalytic converter by itself is $3,000.
Neither renter's insurance nor auto insurance will cover the loss. Humphress believes the condo's roving security failed to protect her property. She now wants the HOA to cover her loss, but the HOA tells us it is sorry about what happened, but its liability extends only to common property. So how can you protect your vehicle from this kind of theft? Park in well-lit areas. If you have a garage, park your car inside and have the catalytic converter welded to your car's frame, which may make it harder to steal. Law enforcement says thieves usually take catalytic converters to sell the metal to scrap yards. Ken Amaro, First Coast News, on your side.